Hi y'all, this is Rob with Therapy Consultants. Thanks for watching this video about T-Sheets. We're excited about it, and I'm sure that all of y'all are going to learn to appreciate it more than the Excel timesheets. So pretty soon you guys will be getting an email from T-Sheets asking y'all to create a login for the application. And so when you do get that email, there'll be a link on there that'll take you to the login page, and it'll look something like this. Your username will be generated for you, and you'll create your password and you'll log in. These won't pop up for you. They do for me because I'm an admin. But your login, when you log in, the interface of T-Sheets should look something very close to this. For entering time, I'd like for you to focus only on this upper left-hand side of the page here. Everyone is going to have a manual time card to put in their own hours. And you will do that by hitting the time entries right here under the word track. And then you will get a manual time card. Let's switch users. I'm not tied to any school districts, so let's just switch to one of our users so that we can see how we're going to enter time. Okay. So let's take this last week. We'll take this last pay period. Here we are. You can see that you can choose the week that you're dealing with right here, and those can toggle back and forth with these arrows here. So the first thing you need to do is you need to choose the customer. That's who you're working for. That's the district at which you're providing services, and that's Therapy Consultants customer. And you will already be linked up with your district. So you should not have a huge list of districts to choose from. It'll be yours. So when you hit this customer over here, your district should pop up. You'll select that district. Okay, and immediately the cursor goes into the first day of the week that you'll be entering hours. And what you will put in here is the total time that you gave therapy services, not your total time including lunch. This is your total time of services excluding lunch. So you'll just put in your 7.5 there. It's very important to remember that once your time is in, once you put the hours in, go down here, you have to pick a service item. The service item will be your name. Some districts have multiple names under them. You'll just have to pick your own. Some districts just have your name. So you'll pick your name as the service item, and then under billable, you'll hit the drop down and you'll click yes. That makes sure that we are able to bill the district for your services. Next, we're going to put in your break. Okay, and so again, under customer, you'll put in lunch break here, and you'll identify that as a half hour or however long it was. There's no need to pick service item or billable under this. You just put it in. Again, we're going to do this for every day. You'll put the hours of the day. You'll make sure that it has selected your name as a default going forward through the week and that it's billable. One thing to notice here, down here, is a notes field. And you can put anything you want to in here per the day. Same as the Excel sheet, but way more characters you can do here. And you can just put the note in there and you're done with that day. For the hours, you'll put your lunch hour in, and let's say this is just how it is for the rest of the week. You can just hit the next day, make sure your name and your billables here, paste it in. Hit the day, you can paste it in, just like that. Same thing with the lunch. Now, once you have all your hours of service and your lunch breaks in here, you can get ready to save. I did want to show you one thing. Let's say one of these days you didn't work and you did use some paid time off. If you're one of our therapists that has some accrued paid time off, then let me show you how that would work. You would not be putting any time in there. But under this day, for the 29th, you'd come down here to a new customer line and you would pick PTO. If you have it available, it'll show up here. You'll pick PTO. Once you pick it, it'll show you how many hours you have available. Once you choose to pick how many hours you were out that day on paid time off, it will save the hours here and it'll automatically reduce your accrual amount of PTO over here on the side. Okay? Let's not mess with PTO at the moment. Let's just save our enter our time at the district. Okay, so we've saved our time and now we're going to go into submitting your time. You have to submit your time for every week in the pay period. So we're going to go back to, since this pay period is August 16th through the 31st, we have to go back to the first day of the pay period, August 16th. I had already loaded this in, but it's 7.5 hours on Thursday and Friday of that week. We have it saved and we're just going to submit the time. You'll notice that there's a check mark on each day and that you're approving those hours amount. You're submitting those hours amount per day. It's okay that these Saturday and Sunday are checked because there's 0 hours, and that's what happened. You worked 0 hours on those days. You will just hit submit. Then you will go to the next week, which you didn't work any days here, it says, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead and submit that. 0 hours. You'll submit that week. Then we'll come to the final week of the pay period. Look at it again, 7.5 hours per day of therapy services. Let's go ahead and submit that time. Looks good. And you'll submit. Now, let's just say, for argument's sake, that the 31st was on the Thursday and not the Friday. And the first here was on this Friday, and the pay period ended on the 31st. You would need to uncheck the next day in the week that is not on the pay period so that you can later go enter hours on that day. And there'll be more on that with some other videos and other reading material that we'll send you on T-Sheets. But anyway, you will submit, and then that's that. Your time is all submitted for that pay period, okay? Now let's go look at how to print up the timesheet for a signature. You can close out of your manual time card. You'll come over here under Reports on the left-hand side. Under Report, come down to Payroll Report. And now you can select what you want to do by pay period. And we're going to do this pay period that we were just putting in for Megan. It's the 16th through the 31st of August. We'll put in Megan. We'll search for her. Okay, we're going to run the report right here. Here she is listed right here with a plus sign. We have to go ahead and hit that and expand it. You can see how this is laid out here. It has the notes over here, has your time. Now, this isn't the best thing to look at, so what you'll do is come over here, and then you'll hit this button that says Open as a PDF. This is a much cleaner look for the campus administrator. It has the lunch break time, the hours of service, if it's billable, and who the therapist is here. That's the service item. Also, it will have notes. If you made any notes right here, they'll list them down underneath the time entry for the day. From here, you'll go ahead and just hit the print button and print that up and get your campus administrator to sign it and send it back to us. Now, in the event that your laptop or desktop, whether personal or at the district, does not have a PDF application to open things up in PDF, another thing you can do is you can hit this print button here, and you can click this button up here to hide pie charts, because we don't really need all that. And this is what your timesheet would look like with the notes section over here. And you can come to the browser, hit print, and print this up the way this is right here. Either one of those things could work in getting a timesheet printed up for signature. Okay, that's it for now as far as entering and submitting time, as well as printing up a timesheet. Again, we're not going to go live until October 16th. You have plenty of time to fool around with this stuff, and also feel free to give me or Becca a call with any questions. Again though, down here at the bottom of the page, down here, there is an 888 number. I would encourage you to call that number. The people, they're here in the United States. They're very, very helpful. They'll know which company you work for based on your login, and they'll see our company settings, and they'll know how we're set up, and they'll be able to help you very, very easily with any questions you may have. And again, you may also call me and Becca. Anyway, that's it for now. Look for some emails with some other literature and some employee launch kits and so forth and so on. And let's get rolling on this. Everyone has to be using it by October 16th, and we're excited for it. So thank you again, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.